All right. The internet has suffered a grievous loss the other day, but it's kind of complicated, okay? Let's talk about it. Check it out. Pornhub, good start, removes millions of videos after investigation finds child abuse content. Purge removed content from unverified users and by Monday had reduced the content on the popular adult site from 13 million views to just 4 million. So let's talk about the background, okay? So basically, the gist of it is that credit card companies said they were no longer going to work with Pornhub, meaning, well, these are big companies. I mean, that means a lot of people ain't going to get paid. They're no longer going to work with Pornhub, which means that a lot of the people who make their money off Pornhub, the same way I make my money off YouTube, by the way, were no longer able to get like payments done because the credit card companies wouldn't work with them because those credit card companies didn't want to work with an organization that an investigation had found had child abuse on their website. So Pornhub, facing essentially financial oblivion, removed all non-verified videos. So essentially, now the only videos that are on Pornhub are videos from people who've, I don't know the specifics of the process, but who have verified that they can do what they're doing. You know, I'm sure they like share their, I don't know, their fucking driver's license. I don't know. So the good and the bad, okay? The bad is that there were a lot of people who were on Pornhub who were unregistered or unverified, who did, who I believe in some way artistically benefited. They like putting their work up there. I think you can make money even if you're not verified on Pornhub. They did get rid of 9 million videos, which is, I mean, if nothing else, think of all the bandwidth they saved. But on the other hand, and this is something I really want to talk about, by the way, there is a lot of child sexual abuse on those big, like, tube sites. A lot of it. The, like, here's the thing, like, I don't want to, like, do an appeal to emotion or whatever, but if you're, like, a young girl or guy, whatever, doesn't matter, but if you're, like, a kid and you get abused by an older person and they record that abuse and upload it, that shit going on there and seeing the fucking view count underneath that, that must be gut-wrenching. I can't even fathom how devastating that must be. To the bad. And it's not just for child stuff either. You're right, because there's other stuff with like blackmail, or there are so many ways to I guess fuck with a person's life in the context of uploading pornography. There's revenge porn, there's blackmail, and there's child sexual abuse. But yeah, abusive boyfriends using it, and trans abuse too. Well, I don't know. By trans abuse, do you mean people being mean to trans people, or do you mean people misgendering them? And then there's rape. Yeah, there's also legitimate rape that you can find uploaded on these sites. Bestiality. I don't think there was bestiality on Pornhub. Pretty sure they removed that. But yeah, you can find rape. I mean, if you're watching an unverified amateur porn video, can you tell the difference between rape porn and consensual non-consent porn? Can you tell? There's no way to tell. I mean, you can if the people in the video let you know, like beforehand, they're like, hey, we're gonna pretend it's not really rape, haha, we're just having fun, and then they get to it or whatever. But that's not how most of these videos go. Run. Vosh, I read a story from someone who was used for child porn and had their name attached to it. They were the face of selling their own porn as a child due to abuse. Near daily, they get messages from men saying they loved watching them get raped as a kid. Okay, yeah, so getting rid of that's great. That's good. Getting rid of all that's good. And I mean, if you get right down to it, the problem with all of this is that Pornhub's not like YouTube. On YouTube, anyone can upload anything, as long as it doesn't break TOS. 9-year-olds can upload their Minecraft, Fortnite comps. Whatever. Great. I'm happy to live in a world where 9-year-olds can upload their Fortnite headshots, their headshot compilations, okay? Or like, it's Minecraft now, right? That's what people are playing? That's good. That's good. I'm glad. But with porn, man, that shit gets bad. If you have, in the context of pornography, the potential for abuse is massive. like really, really massive. And I think that a little bit of being, I think it's incredibly important to be careful with how this stuff is handled. Now, I will say, of those 9 million videos that were removed, I'd be willing to bet about 99.9% of them were fine and above board. And it does suck for the people who made those videos. I'm sure there are amateur pornographers who made those videos and now they got taken down, and that sucks. But we need a better process for this. Xvideos is a CP hub. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Isn't Xvideos actually the single largest porn site or something like that? I believe it is. I think Xvideos is actually larger than Pornhub, which makes me wonder if they plan on doing the same thing to Xvideos. Oh, Pornhub's the largest, followed by Xvideos. Sorry for not being up on the meta. My apologies. Can they just verify their accounts and get it back? Well, there you go. Well, that would be the proper solution, right? I don't know what the process for verification entails. Seeing as how 4 million videos on Pornhub were from verified accounts, I'm willing to bet that verification is a little bit like being verified on YouTube. You don't have to like pay money or anything. It's just like you have to verify your identity and what have you, or like on Twitter, you know? And if that's the case, then I think that's fine. You know, get verified. Go back to posting your sissy hypno porn. Go get back there. You know, have fun. It's all, as long as it's all above board, go have fun. But don't spoil Verlin Shadow. The issue is, and I wouldn't talk about this if this was the only thing I had to say. Here's the real issue, okay? We got ourselves, you know, an article, and it basically covers everything I just said. Let's cover something at the bottom, okay? In the last 3 years, Facebook self-reported 84 million instances of child sexual abuse material. During that same period, the independent third-party Internet Watch Foundation, that's the org that started all this, reported 118 incidents on Pornhub. 118 on Pornhub, 84 million on Facebook, meaning that for every one reported incident on Pornhub, you have about 800,000 reported incidents. That's some rough math there. On Facebook. So, can we get credit card companies and advertisers to stop working with Facebook, maybe? I think that'd be fucking great, actually, if they could do that. I think that would be just fucking delightful if they could maybe... It's not a chance, by the way. That'll never happen. And this is where all the phony moralism behind the Pornhub purge falls apart. Because even though Facebook is a fucking hive of child sexual abuse, they're not going to do shit about it. They're not going to do shit about it because Facebook has a very large audience. There's a lot of money to be made there. I cannot tell you who uses Facebook. Child predators. There you go. The thing is, Facebook is like almost a ubiquitous site, like the way YouTube is. Like, Facebook is one of those sites, and we may be hip kids who don't use it or whatever, but Facebook is one of those sites where you can almost expect a person to have it. And for that reason, things get a lot trickier when you talk about what is essentially sanctioning the website. You also have to wonder the context in which this child sexual abuse is taking place. Here's the difference. In Pornhub, child sexual abuse, I'm guessing, is in the videos. That's why they removed the videos. But on Facebook, how much of it is in DMs between people or private group chats? You can just make a bunch of private chats on Facebook. There are lots of things. I guess I haven't actually used Facebook in like basically 5 or 6 years, but I'm guessing there are a lot of things that you can do to hide info on there. Not from Facebook itself, but from outside observation. Back in 2013, you could just find CP clips on fucking Instagram. They cracked down on it, and now they're probably all private. Yeah, oh, God. It's so fucked, dude. There's so much of it out. It really makes me wonder, like, I don't know, like, it feels like every once in a while you hear some, like, highly publicized Fed crackdown, but when stuff like this happens so often, you really have to wonder, like, how the fuck these systems perpetuate themselves. one of the big, like, dark, unspoken things that people don't really like to talk about is the fact that for most of human history, by which I mean all of human history, child sexual abuse was basically the norm. As far back as human civilization is recorded, the abuse of children was pretty well socially normalized. And we, honestly, haven't done anything to change that. We have laws, but remember what one of the biggest subreddits was? Remember? Before it got shut down? It was jailbait. What was it? How many millions of people were there? And of course, that got taken down only after negative media attention. And there were people, they were trading CP, not jailbait bikini shots or whatever, but CP and DMs. Because what type of person would go on jailbait except the type of people to trade CP and DMs? What other audience is there? And that sub had like millions of people. It's a very, very big civilizational problem that we really are like dealing with in an incredibly insubstantial way. Sad stream today. If nothing else, I hope this gives some attention to the issue. Like honestly, there are two things that lead to the sexual abuse of children. Okay, there are two main components. Okay. It's the desire to dominate somebody weaker than you or to exploit somebody weaker than you. And it's the sexual fetishization of youth. Those are the two main things. There are other factors, there are other complicating factors, but those are the two main things. Those are the two main things. And there are a lot of ways that we normalize that. One of the biggest porn categories of legal adults is teen. And they get all the actresses that look as young as they can. Yeah. And fucking anime too. You see the fucking anime people. All the lolly shit that's normalized there. The problem is, like, at the end of the day, we're dealing with this, like, cultural tide, and we're poking at its fringes. The problem is, and this is my solution, you know, hot take, I really think we should just normalize being attracted to people your own age and just have that be that, you know? I don't know, a lot of ladies do this, I don't know. 30-year-old women tend to go for 30-year-old guys, but 30-year-old guys tend to be frothing at the mouth at fucking fresh out of high school girls. I'm speaking in generalities here, but these trends do happen. They do exist. Leonardo DiCaprio with his fucking the girlfriend every time. He never has a girlfriend above like 25 or something like that. Right? That was Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, that was, right? That's who I'm... Yeah, okay, that's who I'm talking about. Yeah, the problem, like, we normalize this in so many ways. We have child beauty pageants. In America, in many states, it's still legal to marry adults, usually men, to underage people, usually girls. Republicans will defend that. In the state legislators, they'll defend that. Usually red states that do this. It's not just in America, all around the world. The sexual fetishization of, like, young girls, you know? And listen, there's nothing wrong with, like, youth. Okay, but when I think of like young person, like in a like young, like at their prime, I think of somebody in their mid-20s. That's when people are in their prime, right? I guess in their prime is subjective, but like when I think of like an athlete, you know, like a sports ball player, like 25 to like 30. I mean, it's different, sports are different, but like that's what I think of when I think of like youth or whatever. Men are prime 18 to 20. No, they're not. There is nothing. No human is at the age of 18 to 20 anything more than they will be at the age of 25 to 30, okay? Nothing. I feel like this also contributes to a lot of depression because people feel like they've peaked at like 19 or something. Chill the fuck out, okay? People are fine for a long while. And by the way, this all ties into incel bullshit too. When they talk about women hitting the wall at 30, here's my hot take. Sargon did this, by the way. You talk about women hitting the wall at 30, I'm going to assume you're a pedophile. I'm really, 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 really sorry. But if you're unironically arguing that women stop being attractive at fucking 30, this is like an objectively stupid fucking point. You seriously think that like 30 is the fucking wall for... I mean, maybe if there is, well, I don't know, like maybe people like 50, 60, like I don't know, I wouldn't want to date like a 60-year-old or whatever. Or I don't know, maybe there's a really nice 60-year-old out there someday, I don't know. But like, if you're saying 30 is the fucking line, I don't know, dude. That's some weird shit to me. Yeah, mommy milkies. Yeah, obviously. Isn't taste subjective? Taste is absolutely subjective. Some tastes we should probably not socially encourage, like the relentless fetishization of young women. Because let me tell you, folks, if you have popular porn categories called teen and you're jerking off to girls who are 18 but look 14, you would probably be jerking off to children if you could find them legally. Like, let's be fucking real here, okay? If that's what you're looking for, you probably would, like, if it were legally available, you probably would be just jerking off to child porn. Maybe I'm coming down too hard on some of the people in chat, but some of this shit is really weird, guys. And the step sibling shit. Whoa, hold on. Sometimes sometimes the sister just gets her head caught in the dryer machine when she's getting the clothes, okay? That's a realistic scenario. No, I'm not kidding. That's a stepsister thing? The joke that was from like a incest porn thing? Was that one movie or were there multiple ones that were all like that? Where it was like they got caught in the dryer. How do you get caught in the dryer? Like, they're usually pretty big. Like, how do they even... I've never even thought about it, but dryer, like, the opening to dryers are, like, huge. Don't think about it? Okay. We're rambling. Okay, listen, we're rambling. Can we skip to the point here? Can we please skip to the point here, okay? The point that I'm laboriously trying to... It's called stucked porn? Stucked porn? Okay. Thank you. Well, thank you for informing chat. The point that I'm laboriously trying to get to here is that, like, oh, by the way, they fuck those 18-year-old actresses in states that is legal to train them. They just don't record until they're 18. Probably. I don't know. Okay. Wait. Watch, it gets worse, IMO, when they style their hair with pigtails and a short, tight skirt and everything, like the childish attire and everything. It's genuinely disgusting. Yeah, it's not my kink. Look, the point that I'm trying to get at here, okay, is that I guess I'm glad that Pornhub is only allowing verified submissions now because that will cut down on the amount of abuse. I think that's good. That sucks for a lot of people, but I hope all the people who were legitimate adult performers who just weren't verified, I hope those people can get verified and they can go back to doing what they were doing before, as long as it's all above board, legal and ethical, fine. But man, that Facebook shit, like what do you do about something on that scale? 84 million instances of child sexual abuse material. The fact that it says 84 million instances of child sexual abuse material as opposed to just child sexual abuse makes me think that we're referring to like 84 million distinct instances of media, which is fucking revolting. Yeah, if we could just delete Facebook, that would of course be preferable. Hold on. There is human moderators who get PTSD from this. Oh, I saw this article, yeah, about the Facebook moderators who actually have like mental health breakdowns because of all the content they have to go through. I saw this, yeah. It's all of it. It's child porn, it's abuse, it's rape, it's like violence and all that. Yeah. I saw this. This was super fucked up. Or was there a video version of this? Did I remember reading this or did I watch a video like this? I saw something that was describing this content, okay? I saw something that was describing this content. There was a video? Okay. Okay. Well, then I saw that video. That video is quite the watch. Yeah, I don't know how people do this. This, for me, being a Facebook moderator is up there with being a fucking EMT and being a suicide hotline call person in terms of how much mental damage you're going to inflict on yourself by doing this. Okay? Jesus. Link to the article? Yeah, I'll link it here. The real boys in blue. Well, something needs to be done. But remember, and it's important to remember this, change like this comes from the bottom up. You delete Facebook, they'll go to other sites. We need to do more to A, stop having people be so fucking weirdly obsessed with fetishizing youth. I think that's very important. And B, deleting the internet doesn't get rid of the abuse. It just means people aren't trading pictures of it anymore. Okay, chill. And B, and I think this is the most important one, a lot of child sexual abuse comes from adults who are incredibly predatory, or who are who recognize that they don't have anything to offer adults, and they know children don't have standards. And I think that the more we do to oppose these trends, the more we do to oppose these types of behaviors, the more we can prevent stuff like that. These are big cultural changes, and they've been around for basically for as long as humans have been around. So we need to actually fucking do something about this, okay? Because I don't want to have everyone live in a fucking asteroid or something, and we're still dealing with this shit, okay? It's one of the reasons, by the way, where I think Me Too really matters, even though Me Too is about, like, it's like Hollywood or like politics ladies or whatever, but you want to set a standard where young people or people in positions of disempowerment, whether that be new employees or kids, you want to set a standard where they feel okay going fucking ape shit, going fucking bananas if they feel they're being abused. And they should, by the way. By going bananas, by the way, I mean, like, they defend themselves and they're active in their willingness to call out abusive behavior. Oh, the obsession with losing virginity. Oh yeah, also fetishizing virginal girls. We're getting into some, like, alt-right shit too, because in the alt-right, like 4chan or whatever, they talk about women who have already have sex the way you would talk about, like, a used fleshlight. So a lot of this does tie into misogyny, but, like, if you're okay, here's the hottest take yet, okay? If you are obsessed with the idea of fucking virgins, okay, then it's probably because you have fucking weak-ass fuck game. You give the weak strokes, okay? You suck, and you know you suck, so you want to fuck somebody who doesn't have any higher standards prior, okay? You don't want to come out of your shell to fuck somebody, and you're fucking Stacy, and you're going for some limp-ass fucking quarter-inch strokes, okay? And then Stacy's, like, filing her nails, and you look up at her with tears in your eyes, and you're like, is this enough? And Stacy's like, oh, sorry, I was just thinking about when Tyrone went on me the other night. Like, that's in their mind, that's what they think's gonna happen if they don't go after girls who are already virgins. Yeah. True. So I need to get over that shit. Also, virgins suck at sex anyway. Why would you? They're objectively worse. A lot of guys think of sex as something you do to a woman. Like, women can be good or bad at sex. Like, it's not like there could be women who fucking suck at sex, and that shit sucks. And there are women who are good at sex, and that shit doesn't suck. Like, not even you're not even bargaining for anything good. I mean, I'm not saying that if you're a virgin you're a bad person. You know what I mean, right? Everything takes practice. They just like assaulting somebody. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. This is a torturous and laborious segment. It's depressing, and we're having way too much fun right now making fun of the straw man that we have constructed. Okay, let's all chill. Let's take a step back. Okay.